All right, let's dive into Howden today.
Howden.
Yeah, you ever heard of them?
I have.
I hadn't, but
Yeah.
they're everywhere, apparently, like behind the scenes.
Yeah, they're kind of a hidden giant
Right.
in a lot of essential industries.
Yeah, we're talking like keeping the lights on, keeping gas in the cars, that kind of stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oil and gas, refineries, even like the air we breathe, all
Yeah.
sorts of things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've got like brochures and case studies and even some stuff about the founder, James Howden.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we're going to try to figure out how this company has been around for so long and just makes things that last.
Yeah, well, they've been around for over 160 years.
160 years.
Which is incredible, right?
That's crazy.
That's like back to 1857.
1857.
Yeah.
That's before, like, everything.
That's before the light bulb, before the telephone.
Like, what were they even making back then?
Well, it all started with James Howden. He was a Scottish engineer, born in 1832. And he was really focused on efficiency, particularly with these steam boilers.
Yeah, those were a big deal back then.
Huge.
Yeah, powering
factories to ships.
Right.
Exactly. And in the 1880s, he came up with this forced draft system.
Forced draft. What's that?
So it basically used the heated waste gases from the boiler to kind of supercharge the boiler's efficiency.
So like recycling the heat.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
So they were burning less coal, which is interesting because,
Like way ahead of their time.
way ahead of their time, yeah. Thinking about sustainability without even knowing it, right?
Yeah.
Less coal, less pollution.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And this wasn't just like a small thing. They used this technology on some of the most famous ships.
Oh, wow.
Like even the Lusitania.
Lusitania.
Yeah, a luxury liner known for its speed.
That's powered by Howden technology.
It's pretty remarkable, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting to me is that this focus on reliability, on building things that last, it's like in their DNA from the beginning.
It's like these things were built to last, right?
Yeah, some of these like wastewater treatment plants in Europe are still using Howden blowers from the 1960s.
The 1960s.
Yeah,
Nothing lasts that long.
I know. It's incredible, right?
It really makes you think about how we make things today.
Yeah.
So like, what's their secret? Like, do they have some special kind of steel formula?
Well, it's not magic,
Okay.
but it might seem like it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a combination of, really robust engineering, really careful design,
Okay.
and, they really understand the tough environments that this equipment has to work in.
Yeah, they've seen it all.
Right. They've been doing this for over 160 years. So,
Yeah, they've learned a few things.
yeah, learn from their mistakes, refine the designs.
It's like if it can survive in a wastewater treatment plant for decades,
Right.
it can survive anything.
Exactly. And that's the reputation they have.
So where do we even see this Howden equipment?
Well, you'll find it pretty much everywhere. Refineries, oil and gas plants.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all over the world.
But like, what are we even talking about here? What kind of equipment?
Right. Good question.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about like your kitchen appliances here.
Okay.
It's heavy duty stuff.
Okay.
Like giant compressors, fans, heaters, steam turbines.
Like the guts of these industries.
Exactly. The stuff that most people never see, but it's essential.
Keeping everything running.
Keeping the lights on, keeping
Yeah.
the cars moving, all that.
Wow. It's amazing to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
But also kind of confusing, like how do they even know what to make? These industries are so massive.
Well, that's where the 160 years of experience comes in.
Okay,
They've really seen it all.
Yeah.
They've got a solution for just about every problem.
Like a massive toolbox of solutions.
Exactly. They're constantly innovating, customizing, just coming up with the right tool for the job.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
All right, so we've got this company that makes stuff that lasts forever.
Yeah.
And they've been around since before, like the telephone.
That's right.
Pretty incredible.
It is.
So let's dive into some of the specifics of what they actually make.
All right, let's do it. One of the things they talk a lot about are these screw compressors.
Okay, screw compressors.
Yeah.
So those are like big pumps for gas, right?
Basically, yeah, moving gases around for different processes.
Okay.
And they make them in a couple of different types, like oil-injected and oil-free.
Oil injected and oil free. What's the difference?
Well, oil-injected ones, use oil for lubrication and sealing,
Okay.
which makes them, really efficient and long-lasting.
Makes sense, yeah.
But sometimes, like, you can't have any oil contamination.
Right, like in food or something.
Exactly, or pharmaceuticals.
So that's where the oil-free ones come in.
Exactly.
Okay, so they've got both.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of options to meet different needs.
And they make these things really tough, right?
Oh, yeah, they're known for that.
Yeah. Makes sense, because like if a compressor fails in an oil refinery.
Oh, that's a big problem.
Yeah, not good.
No, not at all.
So Howden's been doing this for a long time, right? With the
Mm-mm.
screw compressors.
Yeah, over a century.
Wow, that's a lot of experience.
They've really refined the designs.
And they even have this free-floating piston system in some of their compressors?
Yeah, they're reciprocating compressors.
Okay, free-floating piston? That sounds kind of cool.
It is pretty cool.
So how does that work?
So imagine a regular piston. It moves back and forth in a cylinder.
Okay, yeah.
But in this system, the piston is actually floating inside the cylinder.
Floating.
Yeah, supported by a cushion of gas.
Oh, wow. So there's no, like, metal-on-metal contact.
Right. It reduces friction and wear.
So it lasts longer?
Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty clever.
It's one of the reasons they're so reliable.
So speaking of reliable, remember those API 618 compressors we were talking about earlier?
Oh, yeah, the ones for the KNPC refinery project in Kuwait?
Yeah, those were massive.
Huge. The largest API 618 compressors ever built.
So what's so special about API 618?
Well, it's a really strict industry standard for reciprocating compressors.
Okay.
The kind they use in oil and gas. Really high pressure, high volume stuff.
So these are the heavy hitters.
Exactly. Built to withstand some serious conditions.
And Howden made the biggest ones ever.
Yeah, for this massive refinery.
To handle all their hydrogen needs.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It was a huge undertaking.
So we've got these compressors that are built like tanks.
Yeah.
Designed to run forever.
Pretty much.
What else have they got?
Well, they're not just about compressors.
Wow.
They also make some pretty amazing fans.
Fans. Like to keep things cool.
Not quite like the ones you'd have at home. These are industrial grade fans for really tough environments.
Right.
Boilers, incinerators, even like carbon black production.
Wow, those are some serious applications.
Yeah, we're talking about really high temperatures.
Like how high?
Over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit sometimes.
That's hot.
Yeah, it is.
What do they even make those fans out of?
They use some special materials like high temperature alloys.
Okay.
Things like Hanstolloy and Inconel.
Never heard of those.
Yeah, they're pretty exotic.
But they can handle that kind of heat.
Oh, yeah, they're super strong and resistant to corrosion.
So it's like no matter what they're making, they're always thinking about how to make it last.
Exactly. Reliability is their top priority.
Makes sense, especially in these industries where downtime can be really costly.
Yeah, every minute counts.
So how do they even handle these huge projects, like with these massive compressors and fans?
Well, it's more than just building the equipment.
Okay.
They do full-scale project management.
Oh, wow. So they're involved from start to finish.
Yeah, from the initial design to the installation, commissioning, even ongoing support.
So it's like they're partners with these companies, not just vendors.
Right. They work closely with everyone involved, engineers, manufacturers, even packaging companies.
That's a lot of coordination.
It is, but they're really good at it.
It sounds like they're not just selling equipment, they're selling peace of mind.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Knowing that they've got your back no matter what.
Exactly. That's the kind of trust they've built over the years.
Okay, so they've got the experience, the track record, the customer support.
Yeah.
But what about technology? Like, are they keeping up with the digital age?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They're actually using technology to enhance their reliability even further.
Oh, that's interesting.
Remember we talked about that Howden Uptime solution?
Yeah, kind of. Remind me what that is.
So it's like a digital platform that uses AI and machine learning to monitor how their equipment is performing in real time.
Okay, so like it's always checking up on the machines.
Yeah, think of it like sensors all over a compressor or a fan, collecting data on temperature, pressure, vibration, all that stuff.
So it knows if something's wrong.
Right, but it's even smarter than that. The AI can actually analyze the data and predict potential problems before they even happen.
So it's like preventative maintenance.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. It helps them to provide really proactive support.
So they can send someone out before something breaks down.
Right, or even just adjust settings to prevent a problem.
Wow, that's taking reliability to a whole new level.
It really is.
So they're not just relying on their like traditional engineering knowledge.
Nope.
They're using the latest technology to make things even better.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful combination.
All right, so we've learned a lot about Howden.
We have.
Their history, their technology, their commitment to reliability.
It's a pretty impressive story.
It is, but I'm still wondering, like, how does all of this impact, the average person? Yeah, like, it's cool to learn about this company.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out, like, what does it mean for me?
Right. How does it connect to our everyday lives?
Yeah.
Well, it's easy to forget about all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. That keeps our world running.
Yeah.
But think about, like, Everything we rely on.
Yeah.
The fuel for our cars, the products we buy, all of that.
Yeah.
It all depends on these, like, complex industrial processes.
Yeah, and those processes need machines that just work.
Exactly. And that's where Howden comes in.
Okay.
They're compressors, fans, turbines.
Yeah.
They're like the unsung heroes.
Okay.
Working behind the scenes.
Right.
Making sure everything runs smoothly.
So it's like they're kind of invisible.
In a way, yeah.
But they're making a big impact.
Absolutely. Their focus on reliability, it benefits all of us.
Okay. How so?
Well, think about it. More efficient refineries mean less waste.
Okay.
Potentially lower fuel costs.
Right.
Reliable gas pipelines. That means we have energy for our homes and businesses.
It's like they're a crucial part of this whole system.
Exactly. A chain reaction.
Yeah, where their dedication to quality kind of spreads out.
Right. It touches every part of our lives.
Even if we don't see it.
Exactly. And it's a good reminder that, like...
Yeah. Even in this digital age.
Yeah.
The physical world still matters.
Right. We still need things.
We do. We need things that are built to last.
Yeah.
Just like those Howden blowers and those wastewater treatment plants.
Still going strong after all these years.
I know. It's amazing.
It's like they're going against the grain.
Right. It's like the opposite of that throwaway culture.
Yeah. It's like, buy it for life.
Exactly. Howden's story is kind of challenging us
Yeah.
to think differently about value,
Okay.
to appreciate things that endure.
And to invest in quality?
Or quantity, yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, if things last longer,
Yeah.
that means less waste.
Right.
Less need to replace things all the time.
Exactly. It's more sustainable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a message we need to hear more often.
I agree.
Not just in industry, but like everywhere.
Yeah, in all parts of our lives.
Absolutely.
So we've come to the end of our deep dive into Howden.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. What's the, main takeaway you want people to remember? For me, it's that sometimes the most important things are the ones we don't see.
Right.
The things that are just quietly working in the background.
Yeah, keeping everything running.
Exactly. And Howden's story shows us the power of,
Yeah.
durable engineering, long-term thinking.
Yeah.
The people who build things to last.
It's a good reminder, for sure.
It is.
And maybe even a call to action
Right.
to support companies like that.
Yeah.
To choose quality
Yeah.
over, the latest and greatest.
Absolutely. Sometimes we need things that just work.
And keep working
Yeah.
reliably. Well, this has been fascinating.
It has.
Thanks for taking us on this deep dive into Howden.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep thinking critically.
Always.